Hey guys, this is your friend RC. So this video is part 2. It is in continuation to the part 1 wherein I spoke about how planets are at the root of one branch of occult science, which is astrology. And we are trying to figure out whether the same root is applicable to the rest of the two branches, palmistry and numerology. So I'm going to cover palmistry in the second part, and I'll talk about numerology in part 3. So talking about palmistry. So has it ever happened to you that you got to know about somebody who was learning astrology, or who was an astrologer, and you tempted to reach out to the person asking, hey, can you look at my palm? And the person responded politely, excuse me, I am an astrologer, not a palmist. It does happen sometime, isn't it? So there's a subtle difference between astrology and palmistry. So though both the subjects are the branches of occult sciences, and the root of both the subjects is common, which is the planets. But the way one is supposed to analyze and give the prediction is remarkably different. Let me tell you how. So in the first part, we talked about one specific example wherein a person who is willing to figure out whether he'll get a government job or not, and he approaches an astrologer who looks at the position of sun, the strength of planet sun in the person's horoscope, and then gives the prediction. Now, if the same person reaches out to a palmist with the same question, will I get a government job or not? Now, what will the palmist do? How will the palmist analyze and give the prediction? Here's the catch. So, in astrology, we have a horoscope, big house, and within the horoscope, we have 12 houses, within which 9 planets reside. In palmistry, there is no such house. We only have hand. But our hand itself is a kind of a horoscope, because in our hand, there are specific places earmarked for 9 planets. Yes, you heard it right. All the 9 planets are there in our palm too, and they have specific earmarked places in our palm, right? Just to give you a more sense of understanding, so this index finger, this represents the finger of Jupiter, the planet of Jupiter. Our middle finger represents the planet of Saturn. Third finger, ring finger, it represents the planet of Sun. So if somebody approaches a palmist with a question, will I get a government job or not, what the palmist will do, similar to an astrologer, he will try to analyze the strength of the planet Sun, because Sun represents government position, power, authority. Signification of planets will not change. You see, the fundamentals remain the same, but the techniques to analyze get changed. So in this case, the palmist will look at the strength of Sun. He will analyze this ring finger because this represents Sun. He will look at the phalanges of this finger. Underneath the finger, there is a mount which is called the Sun mount. He will analyze the Sun mount. Is it soft, harder? Is it located at the correct place or dislocated? He'll analyze the linkages of sun line which is underneath the Sun mount. The linkages of sun line with lifeline, your mind line, moon mount, all these things. Is there a star, some trishul? A lot of things he will analyze. And basis that, he will give the prediction. The message here of this conversation is that, be it astrology, be it palmistry, right? The way to analyze is different, but the fundamentals are same. These are the planet. So unless somebody will have a deep understanding of planetary combinations, significance of planets, their characteristics, it is really difficult for the person to come up with the right prediction. And when you approach somebody for the consultation, you need to be very sure if the person is an astrologer or palmist. Though sometimes a person can act as a both. Sometimes a person can be both an astrologer as well as a palmist. He would have studied both the subjects. Then you can ask any question. You can tell your details in terms of date of birth, place of birth, name of birth, for him to cast your horoscope, or you can show your palm for him to look at the palm and give the prediction accordingly. Now, before I finish up the video, let me share with you something special with which you can not only help yourself, but your near and dear ones. Very interesting trick, useful trick. Yeah. So, whenever you get time, put your hand to photocopy machine. Get a photocopy of your hand. Right? Don't worry, it will not hurt your hand. You put your hand in the photocopy machine, put the door up, and then get the photocopy done. Now keep the photocopy in your cupboard. 6 months down the line, get a fresh photocopy of your palm. Compare both the sets. You will see a remarkable difference between both the sets. Maybe a period of 6 months, a little longer period, keeps on changing. The point here is, basis your physical actions in life, basis your thought process. Your thoughts are really important. So basis your karma, ongoing karma, lines of your palm change. And if the change is for betterment, you can really conclude that your thoughts are positive, your actions are for your betterment. If the lines are not so positive, the change is not very good, it gives you an indication, a chance to adjust your karmas, adjust your actions, adjust and fine-tune your thoughts so that your life can be on a positive note. That's a real good advantage of palmistry which you can use to. In astrology, we don't have such thing available. We don't make use of any photocopy, but what we do, when a native is born, at that time a horoscope is being cast. We have a planetary position at that point in time, which is called the fixed chart, the natal chart. But the planets keep on moving. And when somebody comes up with a question, what is the planetary position at that point in time, that is called the transit. So an astrologer will correlate the natal chart, which is a fixed chart, along with the transit chart, the chart of today. In palmistry, your hand, your lines of palm keep on changing based on your action, so it is on the go. Your hand represents your transit chart on the go. So that's the beauty of palmistry. So that was about palmistry. So I'll talk about numerology in the third video. We'll post that very soon. If this was worth your time, please feel free to subscribe. See you soon. Thank you.